This is post the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Lakers Game 3. The Denver Nuggets beat the Los Angeles Lakers by 7, 112-105 at home. I'm not going to lie. I had more optimism about the series being closer going into it. But after game 1, I honestly felt as if, Denver can do this 3 more times and we going to get the same outcome. And this is exactly what has happened. I said after game 1 that all of these games are going to be close, but that doesn't necessarily mean that things are going to go the Lakers' way. This Denver team out-executes you when they need to, and time in and time out. It'd be one thing if we only saw it for one game every couple series. They do it damn near every single time they have to. They out-execute you when it matters. And specifically in these 3 games, that has been in the third quarter. It has been constant for 3 games in a row that the Los Angeles Lakers play great in the first half. So much so that in game 2, they were up by 20. But by the time that third quarter rolls around, Denver just turns on a switch. Specifically today, Jokic got his. Not even the most dominant performance I've seen from Jokic in the series. 24, 15, and 9. Typical Jokic things. But Aaron Gordon giving you 29 points, 15 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds with that on 12 of 18 was huge. Michael Porter Jr., I understand he shot 50% from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, but I honestly don't even think this does justice how good Michael Porter Jr. was this game. Timely shots after timely shots, tough bucket after tough bucket. Michael Porter Jr. was on it today. Jamal Murray didn't have a good game, but he made again. This team is just really good at timely shots, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. This team is just fantastic with timely shots. But effectively, this game was lost in the third quarter. And then on the other side, I was already on D-Lo. D-Lo, I lost a lot of respect for you tonight. Especially seeing that clip of you on your phone. That shit is unacceptable. I wanted to make this whole soliloquy this season about trying to be the Derek White of this team, trying to be a winner of this team. You did not impact the game in any other way, period. I was about to say outside of scoring, but you went 0 of 7 from the field, D-Lo. You went 0 of 7 from the field. Were you great at passing? No. You weren't getting rebounds. You weren't playing defense. You weren't setting the pace. Bron was still the pseudo point guard out there. Austin Reeves was setting the pace even more than you. D-Lo was at. I'm not going to lie. I'm disappointed too because I have been justifying D'Angelo Russell and have been hoping for D'Angelo Russell this whole season. Because I feel like during the trade deadline, when D-Lo was on the trade block, the fact that I personally felt like people were cooking a point guard, averaging 18, 6 assists, 3 rebounds on 42% from 3, and 83% from the line was OD. I didn't think D-Lo deserved to get the hate that he got. But I see now why. I'm not going to lie. I see now why. Because at the end of the day, this Lakers team's goal is to win a championship. This team's goal is to win a championship. And for back-to-back seasons now, we have seen D'Angelo Russell in the biggest moments choke it the up. And I'm talking bad. Maybe we need to go back to the 2023 playoffs against the Denver Nuggets last season. But D'Angelo Russell this series, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 3.5 assists, was bench one game. 32% from the field, 13% from 3, and 75% from the line. That can't happen again. This season is a different D-Lo. D-Lo's different this season. He's had a whole year under his belt. He's good to go. And now we see D'Angelo Russell in game 1 go 6 of 20 from the field. 13 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. 1 of 9 from 3. Game 2, he was actually good. I'll give him praise. I'll give him credit when credit is due. D-Lo was cooking. But in the second half, that went away. So honestly, he had 1 good half. In the fourth quarter, he only had 2 points. In the third quarter, you were 1 of 4 from the field. You have had 1 good half this series, D-Lo. And for you to close out that game, and I don't know if this is going to make the clip on my channel, but for you to close out this game on this, I don't give a fuck what point in the game this is. If the game is over, The series is still not over. You are our starting point guard, and you are on the bench eating snacks on your phone? Eating snacks on your phone? This is some of the most loser shit I've ever seen, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I am so disappointed in D'Lo. Just the lack of guard play from this team outside of LeBron is just lacking, dude. Anthony Davis played great, 33 points, 15 rebounds. I want to shout out Anthony Davis, dog. I want to shout out Anthony Davis because, in my opinion, I would go as far on a limb and say that he is the most underrated player in the league at this current state in the game. I think for his impact on his team, how consistent he has been, both from a production standpoint and, from a health standpoint, Anthony Davis does not get the credit that he deserves as being the rock of this team this season. And it's just tough. It's just tough that, I'm not going to lie, this team has had the talent to be much better than what they have been ever since 2020. I think, honestly, they messed up a good thing after the 2020 finals. But let's not act like pieces weren't there that they could have made it work. But because of terrible front office management, but because of terrible coaching and injuries, don't forget about injuries. When you give a guy orange to make orange juice and he makes lemonade, you failed at the job. Also, conversely, if you give a guy orange to make lemonade and he doesn't know what the fuck to do with it, can you really blame the guy making the juice? Like, when you look at their rosters from top to bottom, they have the personnel to be much better than an 8-7 seed going into the playoffs. Ever since 2020 has been a 42-win team. I believe they were a 7 seed going into this playoffs. Were they a 7 seed? Hold on. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, they were a 7 seed going into this playoffs. In 2022, going into these playoffs, they missed. So they were not in the conversation here. In 2023, they were a play-in team. This was last season. And then this season, they're a play-in team. I understand they got that one ring in 2020, but let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a stack. Number one, this is, in my opinion, the end of the LeBron AD era. Because I don't even know where you go from here that actually changes the tide for the better. Every single year they blow it up. This was actually the only year they didn't blow it up and tried to stay the course and remain with their core. But what are the moves that you can make to go from here to truly become championship contenders? I don't really see it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really see it. Sometimes you just gotta take the era for what it was. And this was a team assembled to get a ring. They got their ring. Was the era a big underachievement? I would say so. The same way I would look at the 2008 Celtics and that Big Three era as an underachieving era despite them getting a ring. This team was expected to win more. And for them to truly only have one consistent season, that is a failure. Not failure. That's a hell of an underachievement. That's a hell of an underachievement. So with LeBron already talking about retiring in the next 2 years, the cap on this team really, I feel like it's close to damn near being capped off. I think they're closer to the Warriors situation than what a lot of people give them credit for, dog. Trade LeBron while he's still valuable if you can. Though he might be a free agent, I don't know. Trade AD. Maybe keep Austin Reeves. I don't know. Maybe keep Austin Reeves. Trade D'Lo. Trade Root. Trade. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm them, I'm blowing it the fuck. Darvin Ham cannot stay. What is Darvin Ham doing there at this point? And let's look forward to a new generation of Laker basketball beyond the LeBron era, dog. Let's not extend something that does not need to be extended. But I honestly think what is going to happen is they are probably going to do exactly what I just said. They are probably going to extend something that doesn't need to be extended. They're going to try to trade for a star. They might retool, bring back Gabe Vincent, I don't know, and try to run it back again next season. But when we go into the playoffs next season, and this team is another 44-win team, they get bounced out in the first 2 rounds, we're going to sit here and have these same conversations again because now they just wanted star power for the sake of having star power. I don't know. I'm just not confident in this in this team. I'm gonna keep it a stack, dog. This may just also be as simple as Denver's just better. Denver's just better than y'all, dog. They play better than y'all. They got more poise than y'all. They out-execute y'all. Denver, they're better coached than y'all. Denver is just better. And I want to bring up this tweet by Hoop Venue today because we were talking about it on the playback today. We were talking about it on the playback today because him and Swiper, I don't think they had a back and forth. But let me bring up his tweet. This tweet right here, right? Shout out to Swiper, the biggest Denver Nuggets fan I know, the smartest Denver Nuggets fan I know as well. Sam tweets out, the gap between Spoelstra and the next best coach is size of an ocean. Swiper then tweets out, we just saw Mike Malone outcoach Eric Spoelstra in the finals in every game last season. And then who venue quote retweets it saying, with the way Swiper talks about his Nuggets, you'd think they went 76-6 and 16-0. In the replies, he says, Jokic is the clearest best in the world since 2013. Jamal Murray is a better playoff player than Devin Booker. MPJ is an elite two-way player. Aaron Gordon is the most versatile defender in the NBA. KCP was robbed of all defensive first team. Mike Malone is a better coach than Eric Spoelstra. Is that not the best team ever? And I'm here to tell y'all right now, I think obviously some of this I disagree with. I don't want to start is Denver a super team conversations. All I'm saying, like, a lot of this just applies. A lot, maybe MPJ being an elite two-way player, I probably disagree with that. Jokic being the clearest best in the world since 2013 LeBron, I probably disagree with that because of 2018 LeBron. So effectively it's still since LeBron, to be honest with you. Jamal being a better playoff performer than D-Book, I don't disagree with that. Aaron Gordon being the most versatile defender, I probably disagree with that, but let's not get it twisted. Aaron Gordon is one of the most versatile defenders in the NBA, period, point blank. KCP is one of the best POA defenders in the league, period, point blank. And Mike Malone is a top 3 coach in the league, top 4, top 5 coach in the league. So all I'm saying is with all of that put together, with the continuity, with the experience, boy, this is just, at the end of the day, we don't have to have these super team conversations to give credit to the Denver Nuggets and how great they are. This is just a one-of-a-kind team, and I think in an era with the most parity in the league since probably the mid-2000s, this Denver Nuggets team might be the closest thing to a team capable of getting back-to-back rings. And I think in this era specifically, with how volatile everything is, how talented this league is, I think a back-to-back ring in this era is a hell of a feat, let alone a three-peat. That's a hell of a feat.
Jay's averaging 20 and 10 in this series. He's averaging 20 and 10 in this series, man. So just a special game for the Nuggets, man.
Yeah, it's like a calm and collected right now, man. Y'all ever seen happy motherfuckers and you're just like, damn, you too happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, life be going too good for you. Now I gotta hate. That's what it's like watching Denver Nuggets fans right now, dog. You know, they never really bothered anyone. They built the right way. They won their championship. They got a perennial MVP candidate. You know, even his co-star got a bag, so it's not like boring basketball for real. They just too happy, you know what I'm saying?